Well, good evening, everybody. What a great view from here to see a room this full, this done up. This is really pretty special. So our biggest event here to date, we've had several events in this room already, but nothing of this magnitude. So you're in for a treat tonight. We have a nice program here that you've seen on the sheets that you were handed to. And figure this will run maybe for 45 minutes, and then we'll turn you loose to have some food and drinks and explore the center. So let's get going. So my name is Andy Reitz, and I'm the executive director here at the Food and Farm Exploration Center. It's an amazing facility, and I'll be your MC also for this evening. The space that you're in tonight began as part of a plan by several visionary leaders. They saw a profound need to reconnect people to agriculture and to share the stories behind the food we eat every day. What started as a manageable idea to create lesson plans and bring ag-focused education to school-aged children quickly grew to an entire exploration center. You're going to see that tonight. Complete with state-of-the-art exhibits that fully immerse the user into the world of agriculture, demonstration fields that would be out here behind me for a truly hands-on experience in farming, a miniature farm and grocery store for our youngest consumers to learn where carrots come from. And of course, you're going to see tonight really, really cute little potato chairs downstairs. As we prepare to have a champagne toast to celebrate the opening of this facility, I'd like to recognize the visionary leaders that are here with us tonight. So, board members and cabinet members, you don't know that you're going to be required to participate, but could our board members, current and emeritus, as well as our campaign cabinet members, please stand as you're able to be recognized. Okay. Wonderful. All right. That's awesome. No, hold on. Stay standing. You didn't follow instructions. You got to stay standing. And now I'd like everybody else to stand, and there's a reason for that. Stand as you're able. In addition to the planning that went into this facility, all of you are donors. Many of you here contributed to this project, must be recognized for the investment and belief you have put towards this project. The scope of the project grew into a $41 million campaign, and the overall support for this project has been absolutely extraordinary. So I would like to propose a toast. If you have your glass, I would ask you to find it or raise it, virtually or real. That's fine. Everybody got it? Ready to go? All right. So to all of you, our board, cabinet, and our donors, please raise your glasses to this incredible facility that has now joined us all together. You can sit down now, yes, of course. Yeah. You followed instructions. That was great. All right. Well, thank you to everyone for your support in making the Food and Farm Exploration Center a reality. Another thank you that I absolutely have to share in light of this big night, the Food and Farm Exploration Center staff and volunteers. You'll see them in the back if they're here. If you could raise your hand, everybody that's back there. It has been an honor. It has been an absolute honor to work with them, and we haven't even opened our doors to the public yet. They've been busy preparing for these celebratory events and for our opening this weekend on Saturday at 10 a.m., hint, hint, nod, nod, wink, wink. They have worked diligently with great attention to detail in all they do. As you see them tonight, please give them your thanks for a job well done. And we've already acknowledged them, but I couldn't do it without them. It takes a team to pull off something of this magnitude. So thank you, staff and volunteers. So as many of you have heard in our campaign messages, and as you'll see throughout the building tonight, the Food and Farm Exploration Center is truly a place for common ground. A space where communities can come together, a space for learning and understanding. And that's just the beginning. We anticipate that what happens here in the Exploration Center will be a catalyst for knowledge and impact not only in central Wisconsin and the agricultural sector, but in the state and even in the country. We're excited to be joined by several guests here tonight who we consider partners in that effort. Our first guest likely needs no introduction, and I may never have the privilege or chance to introduce a governor again, but his support has been so appreciated throughout this project. He had a sneak peek tour earlier this spring, and in October signed a $3 million state grant to support the exploration. Thank you so much. So I'm honored to introduce our Wisconsin State Governor, Tony Evers.
Well, thanks so much, Andy, and good evening, everybody. You can continue drinking the wine if you want. You don't have to stop. So it's a pleasure to be here to celebrate this exciting milestone here in the Plover community and the grand opening of the new Food and Farm Exploration Center. Earlier this year, as mentioned before, I had the pleasure of getting a preview of this project while I was up here in central Wisconsin talking about the importance of bringing broadband to rural Wisconsin. And now it's wonderful to see the finished product, and what you have accomplished is truly amazing. Just a few months ago, I signed a budget that provided $3 million grant to support the completion of this project and help get it across the finish line. And as a member of the State Building Commission, we got these funds out the door as quickly as possible. So I'm happy to support such an innovative project that adds to our state's vital agricultural industry. In particular, I want to thank Farming for Our Future Foundation, PepsiCo, and all the local leaders and ag partners, including Dick and Barb Pavelski. I knew that I was going to goof that up. I'm sorry. Pavelski, who came together to make this whole thing happen. Really quite extraordinary. So there's no doubt that we have the important part of our state is agriculture. And not only is agriculture a multi-billion-dollar industry in Wisconsin, but is a huge economic engine. The practice of farming and all its major forms is core to Wisconsin's history and its identity as Wisconsinites. That's why I've made supporting our farmers and ag industry one of the cornerstones of our administration. This has included signing legislation that will advance our state's agricultural export program, bolstering the dairy and meat processing industries, and increasing money for farmer-led watershed councils that are doing great jobs in most of the counties across the state. All this together will go a long way in supporting the success of the agriculture industry. And this new center will help us build on this work and be a tremendous resource for local producers and our state as well. It will serve as an epicenter for learning for folks of all ages and help increase Wisconsinites' understanding of all that goes into getting products from the farm to the kitchen table. By shining a light on the behind-the-scenes details of modern agriculture, we can grow folks' appreciation, where our food comes from, inspire the next generation of ag producers and leaders, and promote the long-term growth of the industry, and potentially help bring new agricultural industries to central Wisconsin. With that, I cannot wait to see the positive impact this facility will have in ensuring Wisconsin remains a global leader in agriculture in the years ahead. So congratulations again on this exciting milestone, and so thanks so much for inviting me. Take care, folks.
Thank you very much, Governor Evers. We're very much truly honored by your support of the project. As I mentioned earlier, one of the visions for this facility was that it be a common ground, a place where competing tractor colors can park side by side, where different opinions on land management and water use can be discussed, and a place where everyone can come to learn and be heard. Creating common ground has become a value for us through this process, and we're honored to have bipartisan support for the project. With that, I'm honored to introduce our next speaker, Senator Testin is proud to represent the 24th Senate District, which includes parts of Wood County, Jackson, Adams, Waushara, Monroe, and La Crosse counties, as well as all of Portage County. A lifelong Wisconsinite, Patrick grew up near the Michigan border in Marinette, where he learned the value of hard work at a young age. After graduating the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point in 2011, he was elected to the state Senate in 2016. Senator Testin and his wife Hannah live locally here in the town of Hull. He's a friend not only to the Pavelski family and to all farmers in his district, but to others involved in planning the Exploration Center. He's been a true champion of the project itself. So if you would, please join me in welcoming Senator Patrick Testin.
Well, what a great event, and thank you, Andy, for that warm introduction. And I have to say, it is great to see so many friends and partners here in Central Wisconsin come together to support this project. I've always said Central Wisconsin is truly a unique place where people put aside differences and come together to roll up their sleeves to actually achieve results for our greater good in our region. And I also learned throughout this entire process is that don't ever get between Dick Pavelski and his vision, because you are standing in front of a steamroller and you can either ride with him or get ran over, and I decided it was best to work with him. So I first was made aware of this project early on, and so I had the opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with Jeremy and Alicia, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Charlotte. And when they talked about their vision for this space, I was hooked right away. I think we're in a day and age now where people take for granted where our food comes from. And there is no one more connected to our natural resources, our land, our soil, our water, than our farmers. And I can't think of any better farmers than the ones that we have right here in the Central Sands region, who have done a tremendous job in recent years. And so early on, this was back in probably 2020, 2021. In the last state budget, we tried to get some state support, and it fell short. But we regrouped and re-strategized, and thankful we were able to get $3 million allocated from the state within the state budget. And I certainly want to thank my colleagues on the Joint Finance Committee, Senator Joan Baldwin, who's here in support of the project, that we were able to get this through. And I certainly want to thank Governor Evers for your support of this project, to see it come to fruition, why we are all here today, to talk about the history of agriculture here in the great state of Wisconsin, but to also talk about its future. And this center is going to serve as a hub to train the next generation of future farmers here in the state, to teach them the value and the hard work that goes into not only putting the seed in the ground, to taking it out to the processor, and finally to our grocery stores and then to our plates. We cannot take that for granted. And the work that's going to be done here, the vision that they have laid out, is truly a tremendous, tremendous effort. And so I want to thank the Pavelski family, I want to thank the board, I want to thank the WPVGA and all the stakeholders who have made this happen. And it just goes to show that, again, here in Central Wisconsin, we roll up our sleeves to get the job done, and congratulations to the Pavelski family.
Thank you very much, Senator Testin. We've got a couple more to go, so sit tight. It is with great pleasure then that I introduce to you our next speaker, Mr. Stephen James. Stephen is the Senior Director of North American Potatoes at PepsiCo. He oversees an impressive commercial and seed potato program spanning across 160 farms and encompassing over 100,000 acres. His role is pivotal in addressing contemporary challenges in the industry, including enhancing potato quality, ensuring robust supply chains, engaging customers and consumers effectively, and then nurturing relationships with valued growers, pioneering regenerative agricultural solutions, and advancing digital capabilities within the ag sector. Many of those objectives we're going to highlight and work on here. Originating from Alberta, Canada, Stephen is known for his cordiality, professionalism, and goal-oriented approach. He's respected and admired as one of the most distinguished figures in his field. So if you would, please join me in welcoming Mr. Stephen James as he shares his insights with us.
Thank you, Andy, for a bit of levity, I have to tell you that for fun, Jeremy ran that bio through Chat GPT this morning and asked it to do it as if it was being delivered by Mr. T. And I'm glad you didn't use that version, Andy. It was good. It was good fun, but probably not for the public domain. Distinguished guests, Governor, Senator, pleased to be here with you this evening. Our history with the Pavelski family goes back to 1954, when we received our first chipping potatoes from the farm. We're grateful for those 69 years of partnership. It's been characterized by waves of innovation and bold steps towards a better future. The spirit and core belief in progress, both on the farm and in the community, is manifested in both the Farming for the Future Foundation and now this Exploration Center. The multifaceted mission to engage, enhance, and exhilarate visitors in the exploration of modern agriculture, and the integral role it plays in nourishing and stewarding our natural resources, is one that we celebrate and applaud. As fewer individuals grow up on American farms, the comprehension and what were previously obvious connections between people and their food have become strained and stretched. The understanding about the value of fertile land bases, the role of farmers as stewards and of the land, these connections have become dangerously thin. This Exploration Center, with its thoughtful and impressive installations and purposeful public engagement capabilities, represents meaningful action to mend those stretched connections. The center will also enhance the dialogue and understanding of modern agriculture. When you tour downstairs, I hope that you're truly impressed with not only what it represents, but the message that it's able to deliver to those that aren't as close to agriculture as most of you. The center will enhance that dialogue in the role that it has played and will continue to play in nourishing millions and responsibly caring for the land that we all depend on. At Frito-Lay and PepsiCo, we're committed to ensuring the way we do business is sustainable and that foods on people's tables are safe, nourishing, and create joy for generations to come. Being a part of nearly every American household is a privilege that we take seriously, and simply put, it would not be possible without all of you. We look forward to continuing to work shoulder to shoulder with the foundation and all of you here to improve the livelihoods of farmers and the communities we serve for years to come. We acknowledge the foundation for its bold and necessary mission to crack on, to get out of the bleachers and onto the playing field and to start purposely moving the ball down the field. We acknowledge those of you here today that recognize the public necessity and possibility of the foundation and have acted to support its important end-to-end engagement, linking consumers to the land and farmers upon which we all rely. We celebrate with the foundation this evening on striding past their important grand opening milestone on their way to positively impacting thousands of individuals. We wish them every possible success on this journey. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Stephen. It's been an exciting adventure for sure. Working here, getting to meet all of you, getting to meet Dick has been just a great experience. With that, I never know who we're going to meet or work with. From visits to the Capitol in Madison, getting to meet Governor Evers on a couple of occasions, Senator Testin, Senator Ballweg, met you a couple of times now, it's been great. To executives from food companies and everyone that has been so supportive. There is truly never a dull moment here when you and your cohorts and company are involved. It's been great. But now I have the pleasure to introduce two more speakers, two individuals who know that sentiment even better than I do. They'll be coming up to speak together, but I feel each of them needs their own introduction. So let me introduce both of you, and then you can come up together. So first, let me introduce Michelle Peariso. Michelle is like the nucleus here. She has set up nearly all of our visitor experience software systems. She's been involved in nearly every detail from master planning to donor development to staff training. When she isn't managing several other businesses and startups, she continues to donate her time to this project and has also served as our board treasurer. Even with that mountain of work, she remains cool as a cucumber and very collected. She's been an integral part of the team here in planning, fundraising, and preparing for our opening day. She and her husband, Chris, are also donors and volunteers to the project. And if you go downstairs to the makerspace, you'll see Chris lend his expertise to help you make a bristlebot. If you don't know what that is, you'll have to go check it out. The other half of this speaking duo is Mike Carter. Mike is the CEO and co-owner of Bushman's Inc. He assisted our fundraising efforts, serving as a cabinet member, and he and Bushman's Inc. gave a very generous $1 million contribution to the project and named the Kitchen Lab another fun space you'll see tonight with a mixology class downstairs. Mike is also serving his fellow farmers as the chairman of the board for Potatoes USA, the marketing and promotion board for the potato industry. So if you would, help me welcome Michelle and Mike up to the stage.
All right, we got this?
We got this.
Yeah. You guys got one more group, and then we're out of here. So, today we'd like to celebrate a momentous occasion that wouldn't be possible without the vision and leadership of two wonderful people from our community, Dick and Barb Pavelski, my parents. Growing up in a community like ours, with parents like mine, you get to know everyone very quickly. Not just because it's a small town, but because Barb and Dick were literally involved in everything. If you got to have a burger flipped by Dick at the church picnic, to Barb hosting the local community theater plays for charity in our house, to them tirelessly serving up thousands of baked potatoes at the Wisconsin State Fair, my parents were busy working, supporting, and bringing the whole community together. They instilled in me and my siblings, Andrea and Jeremy, the passion and the duty to invest in your community and the people around you. And as we know, every investment we sow the seeds to a brighter work, where collectively we can all blossom and shine, and that's exactly what Dick and Barb hope to create with their vision for the Food and Farm Exploration Center. Mike, I'll turn it over to you so you can share a few words about Dick and Barb, because from your perspective, as you've known them for decades.
Decades is right. Thank you, Michelle. It truly is an honor to be here tonight to share my thoughts and some legendary insight about Dick and Barb. Legendary should be underscored. In my quest to paint a vivid and accurate picture, I enlisted of the contribution. Yes. Okay, all right. No, we'll be accurate. We are absolutely going to be nothing if not accurate tonight, Dick. But I did enlist a little bit of help. I enlisted the help of Tamas Houlihan. I said, Tamas, do you have a bio, or do you have, what do you have? And he laughed, and it took my computer about an hour to download the number of, the file that of all the committees and boards that Dick sat on. And so I kind of had a little bit of a quandary. How do I do this? Do I read the entire list? But you guys all want to go home and go to bed tonight, so we're going to pare it down just a little bit. I'm just hitting the highlights, Dick, and I hope I didn't miss anything that's too near and dear to your heart. But Dick has been the past president, or is the past president of WPVGA. He chaired the WPVGA CHIP committee. He is on WPVGA Government Affairs Committee. He's been on the United States Potato Board, which is now Potatoes USA. He's been on NPC. He's the chairman of the CHIP Steering Committee. He was instrumental in the research storage facility at Hancock Research Station, getting that up and running. He was on the Wisconsin Fertilizer and Chem Association Board. He's won many awards. He's won the NP, he and Heartland Farms won the NPC Environmental Stewardship Award. I think it was back in, I don't remember when that was, so I'm not going to say, but back in 2014, he also was selected as the Potato Man for all season, which is a huge honor. Not to mention all of the local and community boards that he served on. So his resume is both broad and deep.
And I'd like to say it doesn't stop there for the Pavelski family. So whether it's sponsoring the STEM curriculum programs in the local schools, to funding new football fields in Amherst, to supporting local entrepreneurs and over the 2,000 plus jobs we've created locally in central Wisconsin with all the investments we've done, or being visionary behind a state-of-the-art science and technology center, Dick and Barb have been instrumental in all of them. So the incredible ideals for this facility would not be possible without all of you here in the Exploration Center today celebrating with us. Between the Warzella family, and I see you guys all around here, being keystone in this mission by donating the land that we are now proudly built on, to the loyal board of directors, the campaign cabinet leaders, the shareholders that provided so much insight into our master planning, and many of the donors who generously supported the project. These are the fruits of 4 years of work, passion, humility, financial and fundamental investments for a profound cause. The colorful journey of creating and completing the Food and Farm Exploration Center and the relationships that we've established with all of you here are the embodiment of the way my parents have lived and worked all their lives. That desire to keep striving for better and educating people of all ages became the heart and soul in this Exploration Center. As our foundation discussed, how could we make the impact not only in our community of farmers, but for everyone who eats? The plans and visions quickly grew quite big, not unusual for the Pavelski family, as my co-leader Alicia Pavelski and I can attest to. But our fundamental belief is if we're gonna do something, we're gonna do it right, and we're gonna bring everyone to the table. Therefore, you will see, when you explore the center this evening, our agnostic approach to showcase the entire agricultural industry with competitors next to each other, united and working together. The goal of making each other better, stronger, and everyone smarter about how our food truly gets to the table.
Yes, and as the really, really big vision for the Exploration Center came into focus, we also established a fundamental project guideline. We would make this a place where relationships are the center of all that we do. This made a difference as to how we approached raising funds for this project. The truth is, we weren't out to simply build this beautiful facility that we're standing in, but to nurture relationships across industry, throughout the state, and in communities and farms across the country. We made it a point to share our ideas for the center, ask for input, and to accept help to shape what you see here today. Dick's dedication to people and agriculture is both broad and deep. That's why it was not surprising when he took on this project. He believes in agriculture, but more importantly, he believes in the people, both in front and behind the scenes. He knows how important this is and how big the stakes are if we do not share our story. He could see there is a problem, that there is a disconnect between consumers and farmers. So just like in his past involvement in agriculture, challenges and advancements, he decided to do something about it. So my wife, Allie, is a certified Christian counselor, and together it's been my privilege to counsel couples through our church. And when working with couples, it became clear to me that there are a few primary traits and themes in relationships that are indicators how a marriage is going to go. Those couples who share dreams and goals are couples that should be admired. When they work together on things that benefit other people, typically those couples have stronger relationships and are models for the rest of us. Well, Dick has been the public leader and driver of this project. I think it's really important for us to remember and respect that Dick and Barb are a strong team. I think that Dick would tell you that without the support, advice, and wisdom of Barb, the trajectory of this project would not have been the same. I'm reminded often by my wife that while it's okay to get up here and say a few words, the real work gets done behind the scenes and by the people closest to us. So, is a heartfelt thank you to Barb and all those partners who lead with strength from behind the scenes. Personally, I have the utmost respect for Dick. He's been a mentor to me and has taught me many lessons over the past 25 years. But I believe that the most important thing he has taught me is to have a vision and do whatever it takes to make that vision come to life. For that, I owe Dick a debt of gratitude. And for their hard work and vision on this project, I think we owe Dick and Barb a debt of gratitude. You guys come up?
Both of you.
You have to come up. Oh, you get to come up. You get to come up. You guys are a team.
So Mom and Dad, we're so proud of who you are and the qualities you've instilled in the family and your generous community support, from education to workforce development to bringing everyone to the Food and Farm Exploration Center's table. So to say thank you for all of that, and on behalf of all the staff, the stakeholders, the donors, and the entire family in this room, we'd like to present you both with a token of our appreciation.
It's right here.
Oh.
The mashed potato. I like that. Thank you. You got that. Can I go down?
Stay up here.
What?
Oh, you guys stay up now. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
My turn.
You're up.
What? You know, they gave me 30 seconds maximum, so we'll try to get this in about 30 seconds so we can move on to the best. But thank you all very much for coming to this momentous event. I've been credited with having the idea for this Food and Farm Exploration Center. However, when I was much younger and I thought I had a good idea, my father would very often remind me that ideas are like buttholes. Everybody's got one. That good ideas are nothing without good people and hard work to make them come to fruition. My father also reminded me that even money is only money, and even hogs do not eat it. These two nuggets of wisdom remind me that the key to bringing a vision as important as this Food and Farm Exploration Center to life is that it all hinges on the dedication, talent, and work ethic of all the people involved. There have certainly been hundreds of talented, dedicated people who have worked hard on this project. Thank you. There have also been approximately 200 donors who have been very generous, and this project would not have been possible without them. To me personally, this strong and genuine support has been very humbling. Thank you. Dick Okray and Les Doby have co-chaired the fundraising committee with me and have done yeoman's work along with our fundraising cabinet and the firm of McDonald Schaefer. We've had a very talented, dedicated, and committee board of directors who have guided our project with great skill and business acumen. Thank you. There are, however, a few people who I'd like to specifically acknowledge. My wife, Barbara, for her strong support, putting up with me, and ensuring that I always have had a hot meal, clean clothes, and a clean house to go to at night. She always keeps me informed on a daily basis of how everyone in her family is doing as she checks in with everyone every morning. She's also joined me in making a significant financial contribution to the project. Without this support, I could not do what I do. Alicia and Michelle Pavelski have worked thousands of hours on this project with no compensation. They have each dedicated 5 years of their life because of their belief and dedication to our mission. To me, their skills and the quality of their work are self-evident in this facility. They have demonstrated an unwavering passion to make everyone involved very proud of this project. Andrea and Quentin and her husband and their children have all made significant financial contributions to the project. Our family have been completely supportive. This is truly a family affair. Kathleen O'Leary has gone above and beyond as an experienced, trusted advisor to our team and this project. Her many years of experience as chief executive at the Wisconsin State Fair have been invaluable to our team. Further, her passion for this project to succeed is very contagious. We now turn this project over to Andy Reitz and his talented and dedicated staff to nurture and bring to life our vision and mission. And you're already seeing that here today. I could not be prouder of the staff that we've put together and the team in a very short period of time. We have every confidence that they are the right people with the right stuff to do the job and take our vision and mission to new heights. Thank you.